Okay. Thank
You
you,
got
sir.
it?
Yes,
Hmm.
sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to ask you a question about horror from our last connection. Um, you had said
Uh-huh.
you had said that in horror in India there are these different forms, and one is where you get the person's question
Uh-huh.
and you cast the chart for your location as well as
Hmm.
the exact moment that the person asked the question.
Hmm.
And then you said that the other form was you get the person's question, but you don't have the time to cast the chart, and
Hmm.
so you just get a number as well, and
Yes.
then you cast the chart whenever you have the time to do it. But
Yes.
I wanted to know why wouldn't
Hmm.
that time that the person asked the question still be the
See,
horror?
I tell you, see, this is the horary, this is a communion between the person asking the question and person responding it. Okay, till you have an urge to answer the question, how can you take the question?
Yes, yes.
That is the this is the communion between the micro and the macrocosm.
Okay.
Okay, so in Cuspal interlink astrology, we ask a number because we are not in that position to assess the question at that particular moment when the question is asked.
Hmm.
In the last class, I told you you are in your office, or you are in the market, or you are in busy in the meeting, and you are not in position to assess the question. Okay, so this is the urge of astrologer also.
Okay.
So this is the reason only.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Understandable. Thank you.
welcome.
Mhm.
Now, yesterday in the yesterday's class, we discussed about the promise of the marriage.
Yes, sir.
All the conditions we had written,
Yes, sir.
how the marriage is promised, how the marriage is denied, how the marriage will delay, how there are the what we said linkages of the divorce and the second marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, today in today's class, we will take the horary. We'll start doing practical.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will check. We will read the promise of the particular horary. We
Mhm.
will try to time the event using the dasha potential and the transit potential.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so have you got your software?
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
Very good. Okay, you construct a chart. You press the button H,
Okay.
horary.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and uh, the date is 19th of March 2015.
Okay. So date is 19th of.
You March 2015. You change the date from there.
Yes, sir.
Time was when I assessed this horary 202617 202617 hours. So 202617 hours.
Okay.
Okay, now you give the number 2063.
2063. Yes, sir.
Okay, give the name exercise 1 bracket in bracket marriage.
Okay.
Now the place of birth is the place of horary is Tilak Nagar, Delhi. So you go at the bottom and you select the change place.
Okay.
You have an option there. Press the button save change place.
Yes, sir.
Type there Tilak Nagar, TILAK
Yes, sir.
Tilak Nagar. You will Tilak Nagar will appear there.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, you just give a double command it.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Press the button OK.
Okay.
And in the query box, you can write when I will get married. This is the question. A girl asks a question when I will get married. In the query box, you can write down when I will get married.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, now you press the button OK.
Okay.
it will ask whether you want to save or not. Yes kariye. Okay, you want to save it.
Yes, sir.
Now your chart will appear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the ascendant is Pisces 085427 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Ascendant sub-lord is Rahu.
Yes, sir.
And planetary position, the sun is 4 degree 37 minutes and 23 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is the latitude of the Tilak Nagar? 2839.
2839. Yes, sir. And the
Okay,
longitude is
you make it 38 instead of 39. I am sitting at the latitude which is 2838. So instead of 39, you make it 38.
Yes, sir.
Update it.
Okay.
Now save the chart.
Yes, sir.
The save button is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Brian, your and mine charts are same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the question. A female asked me on the telephone, sir, when I will get married.
Yes, sir.
I took the number.
Mm-hmm.
I took the number. She gave me number 2063.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I could assess it at the above date and the time.
Mm-hmm.
I constructed the chart on 19th of March 2015 at 20:26:17 hours.
Mm-hmm.
At Delhi, longitude is 7706, latitude is 2838.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
my first part is completed.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I noted you down to the conditions of the horary.
Mm-hmm.
What is the first condition? You go to that page. What was the first condition?
The first condition the condition in terms of what do we look at?
Sir, first condition is construct the horary chart as per the number or as per the time of judgment.
Right. Right. And then the second thing was to check the genuineness.
Check the genuineness from the moon and its star lord.
Okay.
Because moon tells about the psyche of a person.
Okay.
What the thought process was going on in the mind of the curious, it will be checked from the moon and its star lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
and
the
condition is moon and its star lord must appear in the relevant cuspal position or the house for which the question is asked.
Yes, sir.
This question is related to
marriage. So it's 5,
marriage.
7. It's 5, 7,
okay.
and 11.
The primary cusp for the marriage is 7th.
7.
Okay. And yes. The supporting cusp of 5 and
11. Yes, sir.
Now, while checking the genuineness of the question, my concentration should only be on the 5th cuspal position, 7th yes. or 11th.
Yes, sir.
I have not to see here and there.
Yes, sir.
Because by doing this, you will be able to find out the promise of marriage or to time the marriage in a particular horoscope.
Okay.
Whether this is the natal horoscope or the horary horoscope.
Mm-hmm.
We have taken the horary horoscope because we will do 1, 2, 3 or more exercise on the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So that you will be conversant while doing the marriage
mm-hmm.
prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now this chart is constructed. First point is completed. Second point is we have to check the genuineness from the moon and its star lord. First of all, I will check the moon in the 5th cuspal position, 7th or 11th, or the resident position of 5, 7, and 11. Kindly check, does moon appear in 5 or 7 or 11 anywhere?
Yes, moon is Rashi, lord of the 5th.
Okay. Kindly note down on your notebook, moon.
Mm-hmm.
Write down 5 below the moon. It means moon is appearing in the 5th.
Okay.
Moon is nowhere appearing in 7 and 11.
Right.
No problem. Now, moon, make a mark of arrow.
Okay.
Means moon in the star of?
Moon in the star of Jupiter.
Okay. Write down Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now check Jupiter in 5, 7, or 11.
All right, let me just organize my document. So we have moon in the star of Jupiter. And now Jupiter is the star lord of the fifth.
Huh.
It's in the seventh as the sub lord, and
Okay.
and the
Write, write,
and the
write
11th
down
as the
5.
sub lord.
Write down 5, 7, and 11 below the Jupiter.
Okay.
And you see, Jupiter is the resident of which house?
In the Rashi, Jupiter is the resident of the fifth house.
Fifth house. Okay. So fifth has already appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just check the genuineness. Moon itself is appearing in the fifth cuspal position, which is
Mm-hmm.
the relevant one.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is in Jupiter star, and Jupiter is appearing in fifth cuspal position and resident of fifth house very strongly,
Mm-hmm.
because Jupiter is co-ruling fifth and it is the resident of the fifth house. That is why it is strong.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter is the sub-sublord of seventh house. This is the strongest position of a planet.
Yes, sir.
And Jupiter is also appearing in the 11th as a sublord.
Mm-hmm.
Means what the thought process was going on in the mind of that particular girl has appeared in this horary chart.
Mm-hmm.
His psyche is very clear.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to ask about the marriage only.
Mm-hmm.
So the moon and its star lord, by appearing in the relevant cuspal position in the house, has told here that the psyche of that particular lady is very much clear.
Mm-hmm.
When you find the psyche of the person a genuine, you will assess the horary chart. Otherwise, not.
Mm-hmm.
If the genuineness is not there, you will not assess the horary chart.
Right.
The condition is that you will assess the horary chart in that condition only where the genuineness appears, otherwise not.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me, in this case, does the genuineness establishes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, genuineness is very clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will move to the third point. What is the third point? After constructing the horoscope, we check the genuineness.
Mm-hmm.
After checking the genuineness, what is the third point?
We read the promise from the ascendant
Yes,
sub-sublord.
we read the promise from the ascendant sub-sublord, 7th house sub-sublord, and the 11th house sub-sublord.
Okay.
These, all the three sub-sublord, ascendant, 7th, and 11th, must become the significator of the marriage giving houses. Only then the event will happen, otherwise not.
Okay.
If ascendant is showing, 7th house is showing, but 11th is not giving, it means the event will not happen.
Okay.
If ascendant is not giving, but 7 and 11 is giving, even then the event will not happen.
Okay.
If ascendant and 11th is giving the promise of the marriage, but 7th house is not giving, it means even then the event will not happen.
Right.
All the three relevant sub-lord has to become the significator of the relevant question. Only then the event will take place, otherwise not.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
No. Now we will read the promise of this kundi. First of all, we will take the sub-lord of ascendant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Kindly write down ascendant SSL is Rahu.
Yes, sir.
Take Rahu, mark arrow.
Okay.
Go to the planetary position, check planetary position and check the planet Rahu. How Rahu will give the response? Rahu, arrow, moon, Saturn.
Okay. Rahu, arrow, moon, Saturn.
Rahu is in moon star, Saturn sub, and Saturn sub.
Right.
Now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Rahu does not have the PS.
Right.
It means it will not give the result of Rahu itself.
It gives the results of its Rashi Lord and Star Lord.
Now, sir, first of all, Rahu, you are studying Rahu.
Okay.
So Rahu is in the star of moon.
Right.
First of all, Rahu will give the result through its star lord moon.
Right.
Rahu, you have written Rahu, arrow, moon, dash, Saturn, dash, Saturn.
Yes, sir.
Rahu is in moon star.
Yes, sir.
Now, you will see the moon in which cuspal position?
Moon is in the fifth. It's in the fifth.
Only.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
write down 5 below the moon.
Okay.
It means the ascendant sub-lord has involved one of the relevant house.
Right.
What was our definition? Ascendant sub-lord must involve 5 or 7 or 11
Or
at star
11.
level and
Mm-hmm.
should not get negated at sub and sub-sub level.
Right.
Now, ascendant sub-lord Rahu through the star-lord moon has involved the 5th house, which is one of the relevant house.
Question, sir.
Hmm?
Doesn't Rahu and Ketu provide the result of both the Rashi
Yes,
Lord?
sir. Okay, we will do it later. Now, first of all, like other planets, Rahu and Ketu has offered the result of first by itself only. In the last, when we studied Rahu and Ketu, we talked about first of all, Rahu will give the result of its own, then it
Right.
will give the result of its Rashi Swami, then it
Right.
will give the result of Star Lord.
Right.
Now, like other planets, suppose the sub-lord of ascendant is not Rahu, suppose it is Jupiter.
Right.
So how you will read Jupiter? Like the other planets only.
Right.
Similarly, if Rahu appeared as the sub-lord of ascendant, we will read Rahu as the Rahu first.
Right.
Okay. In the second part, when I told you how the study of Rahu and Ketu will be done in 2 ways. When Rahu or Ketu become the star lord, sub lord, and sub lord of a planet, that will be read in a different manner.
Mm-hmm.
And when Rahu or Ketu become the sub lord of any cusp from 1 to 12, or it becomes the dasha lord, it will be read in a different manner.
Okay.
Have you forgotten?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm
No.
here.
Very good. Okay. So Rahu is in moon star. Moon is appearing in 5.
Mm-hmm.
5th house has been involved. It is one of the relevant house.
Yes, sir.
Rahu is in the sub of
Rahu's in the sub of Saturn.
Saturn. Now you will check Saturn in which cuspal position. Your
Okay.
concentration should only be on 5, 7, and 11.
Okay. So Saturn.
Check. Does Saturn appear in 5 or 7 or 11?
Yes, it does. It appears in all 3.
Write down below the Saturn 5 and 11.
It appears in the 7th as well, sir. Oh no, never
No,
mind.
Rahu, Saturn is not appearing in the 7th, it is appearing in the 11th.
Right, 5 and 11. Yes, sir.
Okay, means there is the involvement of 5th house and commitment is with the 5 and 11.
Yes, sir.
This is very good yoga.
Yes, sir.
Now, 5th house has been involved.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see the detrimental position of the involved house.
Mm-hmm.
For 5th house, which are the detrimental position, which is the most detrimental, are 8 and 12 from the 5th house.
8 and 12 from the.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We said 4, 7, 8, and 12 are the unfavorable positions from the involved house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 5th house has been involved.
Mm-hmm.
For 5th house, 12th and 8th from the 5th house are the most detrimental.
Yes, sir. Which would be the 4th house and the
4th and 12th.
Yes, sir.
Check whether Saturn is appearing in the 4th cuspal position.
No, sir.
No. Does Saturn appear in 12th?
As the Rashi Lord, yes.
Kindly note down 12th. Where you have written 5, 11, write down 12 also.
Mm-hmm.
At sub and sub-sub level, this is the most important part. At sub and sub-sub level, we have to note down the supporting and the detrimental position from the involved house. Kindly keep in mind.
Okay.
Okay, now Rahu as Rahu is in Moon star, Saturn sub and Saturn sub sub.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu through Moon has involved the fifth house, which is one of the relevant house for the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It is being committed and finally confirmed by the Saturn.
Yes, sir.
Saturn is appearing in 5 and 11 and 12.
Yes, sir.
See, I have not seen here and there. My concentration is only on the relevant cusps. We are doing the grouping for the marriage.
Okay.
Okay, in the last class, we noted down the groupings.
Yes, sir.
So Rahu as Rahu has offered the result of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the next point? Rahu has to offer the result of its sign lord also.
Right.
Correct? What is the sign lord of Rahu?
Rahu is in Mercury sign.
Mercury sign. Okay. Now take Rahu as the Mercury. Means ascendant sub lord is Mercury now.
Okay.
Below the Rahu, leave one line, give the space, write down Mercury.
Okay.
You go to the planetary position chart. How Mercury will offer the result?
By its star lord.
And sublord and sub-sublord.
Yes.
Mercury arrow.
Okay.
What will you write?
Mercury is in Rahu star,
Rahu
Venus
star.
sub, and Mars sub.
Correct. Mercury arrow Rahu dash Venus dash Mars. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now Rahu has become the star lord of the Mercury.
Yes, sir.
So what you will write? Rahu oblique Mercury oblique Moon.
Right.
Kindly note down, because Rahu has to offer the result of Mercury and Moon.
Rahu oblique Mercury oblique Moon.
Okay, because Rahu represents Moon and Mercury in this case.
Okay.
Correct? Now,
yes,
ascendant sub-lord is Mercury. Mercury is in Rahu star.
Yes, sir.
And you have written Rahu oblique Mercury oblique Moon.
Yes, sir.
Means Mercury in Rahu star is as good as Mercury is in Mercury star.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
It means it will get the positional status.
Yes,
Mercury in Rahu star is as good as Mercury is in Moon star.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, note down the cuspal position where Rahu is appearing.
Mm-hmm. Rahu is in first.
No, you need not to, sir, go to the first.
Just,
your concentration
just 5, 7, 11.
Your concentration should only be on the relevant cusp. Because
okay.
we are talking about the marriage. We are not seeing anything else.
Okay. So it's in
that is why we are doing horary, because you should only concentrate on the relevant cuspal positions or the house which is required for this event.
Right. It's in the 5th house alone.
Okay, 5th. It is not appearing in 7. It is not appearing in 11. Correct?
Right, sir.
But we take the resident position of at this level. You know it.
Which is 7th.
Does Rahu appear in 7?
Yes,
it is
sir.
The resident. Okay. Note down below the Rahu 5 and 7.
Okay.
Okay. Now Rahu has offered the result of itself. Rahu has to offer the result of Mercury.
Right.
Check Mercury in 5, 7 and 11.
Okay. Mercury is not in the 5th. Yes, in the is the Rashi Lord of the 7th.
Okay.
And that's it.
And it is not appearing in 11th.
Right. No, it's not.
Correct. So write down 7 below the Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Now check the Moon. You have already checked. Just copy it from there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the moon
is appearing in 5th only.
Right.
It means, tell me.
No, moon is appearing in 5th.
Mercury, you write down 5 below the moon.
Right.
It means the ascendant sub-lord Mercury, which is being represented by the Rahu. Mercury is in Rahu star.
Which is
Rahu is appearing in 5, 7. And Rahu as a Mercury is appearing in 7. And Rahu as a moon is appearing in the 5.
Mm-hmm.
It means Mercury has involved 5 and 7 very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mercury is in the sub of,
Mercury is in the sub of Venus.
it means the commitment will be done by the Venus.
Right.
You will check the Venus in which cuspal positions?
5, 7, and 11.
Correct. First check does Venus appear in 5 or 7 or 11?
It appears in the 7th.
Kindly note down below the 7. Below the Venus, write down 7.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, 7th house has been involved.
Mm-hmm.
What are the most detrimental position for the 7th house?
The 12th and the 8th from the 7th.
Yes, 2 and 6.
2 and 6.
2nd and 6th house.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes,
You
sir.
just check whether Venus is appearing in 2nd and 6th.
Yes, sir. It's in the 2nd and it's in the 6th.
Very good. Note down 2 and 6 below the Venus.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, what does it mean when there is an involvement of 7th house?
It means that there will be difficulty in the marriage, and that
Right. See, there is an involvement of 7th house and it is being committed by the 7th house.
Mm-hmm.
Because Venus is also appearing in it. It means it will allow the event to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But simultaneously, Venus is also appearing in 2 and 6, which are the detrimental house for the 7th house.
Mm-hmm.
Means definitely it will create hurdles in the event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what is the final confirmation planet? It will decide.
Sublord.
What is the sub-lord of the Mercury?
Mars.
Mars. Now check Mars in 5, 7, 11 and the detrimental houses, both.
Okay, it's not in the 5th, not in the 7th, and not in the 11th.
Okay. Now check Mars in the 2nd or the 6th.
Okay, Mars is not in the 6th, and Mars is in the 2nd. It's Rashi Lord the 2nd.
Okay. Kindly note down Mars in 2nd house. Now you see 5th house has also been involved.
Mm-hmm.
There is the involvement of 5th house also through Rahu and the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the most detrimental house for the 5th house? It is 4 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
Does Mars appear in 4?
No, sir.
Does Mars appear in 12th?
Yes, sir.
Kindly note down below the Mars, 12th, 2 and 12.
Okay.
These are the detrimental houses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, Mars is nowhere appearing in 5 or 7 or 11, any of the relevant cuspal position, which is favorable for the event. But you see, Mars is appearing in the 9th cuspal position.
Mm-hmm.
Write down 9. When you don't find a relevant house at a particular level, you note down the favorable position. So Mars is appearing in 9.
Mm-hmm.
Which house has been involved? 5 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Means for 5 and 7, 9th is a favorable house.
Mm-hmm.
For 7 also and for 5th house also.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Brian, when you find if a relevant cuspal position or house is not appearing at the sub or sub-sub level, you can take the favorable houses from the involved house.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, Mars does not appear in 5, 7 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I have considered that Mars in 9th house because it is favoring the signification of the 5th house and 7th house because it is a favorable house from the 5 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you have studied Rahu as a Rahu.
Mm-hmm.
You have studied Rahu as a Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rahu has to offer the result of its star lord.
Mm-hmm.
What is the star lord of Rahu?
Saturn.
No. Star lord of Rahu.
Star lord of Rahu is the moon. Sorry, sir.
Moon. Well, no problem. See, now you write down moon below the Mercury.
Okay.
Okay, moon, go to the planetary position, check the planetary signification of moon. Moon is in the star of,
Jupiter.
kindly note down, moon, arrow, Jupiter, dash, Saturn, dash, Rahu.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Rahu is the sub-lord of moon.
Mm-hmm.
You will have to write down Rahu oblique Mercury oblique moon.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, moon is in Jupiter star. Moon does not have the PS. So it
Mm-hmm.
will not offer the result of itself. Moon is in Jupiter star.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you will check Jupiter in which cusp position?
In the 5, 7, and 11.
At involvement level, you have to check only the relevant cuspal position for which we are assessing the event.
Okay.
Moon is in Jupiter star. Now Jupiter is appearing in 5, 7, and 11, all the three relevant cuspal.
Mm-hmm.
Write down 5, 7, and 11 below the Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is in the sub of,
Moon is in the sub of, sorry, sir, Moon is in the sub of Saturn.
Saturn. And you have already noted down the cuspal position where Saturn is appearing. Just copy it from there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
5, 11, and 12.
5, 11, and 12. Yes, sir.
Now, moon is finally in the sub of the final confirmation will be done by the Rahu.
Yes, sir.
Rahu, moon, and
Rahu, Moon,
Mercury.
and Mercury. Yes, sir.
Okay. You have already noted down the positions of Rahu, Mercury, and moon.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rahu is appearing in which cuspal positions?
Rahu is appearing in, I'll tell you right now, in the 5 and 7.
But at this place, you will not write down 7.
Okay.
Why?
Because,
At star level, when we were studying Rahu as a Mercury, Mercury was in Rahu star.
yes, sir.
And at the star level, we always take the resident position of a planet.
Yes, sir.
That is why we considered Rahu posted in the 7th house.
Mm-hmm.
But at this place, Rahu is the sub-lord of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not have the PS.
Mm-hmm.
And if the planet does not have the PS at sub and sub-sub level, we will not consider the resident position of the planet.
Right.
That is why 7th will not be considered. Rahu is appearing only in the 5th house.
Okay, sir.
Write down 5 below the
Yes.
Rahu.
Yes, sir. Rahu 5.
And Mercury and moon, you have already checked. The Mercury is appearing in 7 and moon is appearing in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mr. Brian, what you will say? Does the moon become the significator of the marriage?
Let me, sorry, sir. I came back to our screen. Let me go back to the screen over here.
Pardon?
No. So you're saying if the moon becomes the significator of the marriage? Well, Rahu gives the result of Mercury and the moon. And
first of all, you check Rahu.
mm-hmm.
You have written Rahu is in moon, star, Saturn sub and Saturn sub.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have written Rahu, arrow, moon, Saturn. Please listen me carefully.
So it would be Saturn.
Does Rahu?
Sorry, sir. Continue.
Pardon?
No, I was asking if it would be Saturn, since Saturn is the final confirmation. You tell me, sir.
Where? In the case of? Sir, we are studying Rahu.
Yes, sir.
Rahu is in moon, star, Saturn sub and Saturn sub.
Yes, sir.
You tell me, please, does Rahu become the significator of marriage? Is it capable to offer her the marriage?
Well, it's in the 7th, sir. So I would say yes.
Which planet is in 7th?
Rahu is.
Sir, we are studying ascendant sub-lord.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ascendant sub-lord is Rahu.
Yes, sir.
First of all, we studied Rahu. You wrote here, Rahu is in moon, star, Saturn sub and Saturn sub.
Yes, sir.
Have you noted down or not?
Yes, sir. I have it here. Rahu is in Saturn.
Okay. Sir, Rahu is in Moon star, not Saturn star.
Yes, sir.
You check in the planetary position chart. See, Rahu is in Moon star.
So does this go back to the point that
you open are you noting down on the copy or somewhere else?
No, I'm noting on the copy. So does this go back to the rule that the planet will give the result of its star lord? Okay, so then
lord and sub lord like other planets.
Right. So then Rahu is giving the. Tell me, sir.
Rahu is in Moon star.
Yes, sir.
Saturn sub and Saturn sub.
Yes, sir.
Moon is appearing in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn is appearing in 5, 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
What I am asking you, does Rahu become the significator of the marriage?
I mean, I was saying.
See.
I was saying yes earlier, but you.
Yes. 5 is the relevant house for the marriage.
Right.
It is one of the relevant, supporting us.
That's what I said earlier, sir. Okay.
Rahu is offering her the marriage. Rahu is becoming the significator. Now Rahu has to offer the result of Mercury.
Yes, sir.
Of its sign lord. And Mercury is in Rahu star.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu is appearing in 5 and 7.
Yes, sir.
Rahu has offered the result of Mercury. Mercury is appearing in 7 and Rahu has to offer the result of Moon that is appearing in 5.
Yes, sir.
It means there is a very strong involvement of 5 and 7.
Right.
Mercury is in the sub of Venus.
Mm-hmm.
Venus is appearing in 7, but along with 7, it is appearing in 2 and 6.
Right.
Which are the detrimental house for the 7.
For the 7th house, yes, sir.
And finally confirmed by the Mars, which is nowhere appearing in 6. It is appearing in 2,
12 and 9.
12 and 9.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Rahu as a moon we are studying now. Moon is in Jupiter star.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter involving 5, 7 and 11, all the 3 houses.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is in the sub of Saturn, which is appearing in 5, 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is in the sub of Rahu, which are appearing in 5 and 7 through Mercury and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the process? You club down all the 3 involvement planets. Means Rahu star lord is Moon, Mercury star lord is Rahu, and Moon star lord is Jupiter. Okay. You below the involvement planets at the star level, you note down all the cuspal position where Moon is appearing, where Rahu, Mercury and Moon is appearing, and where Jupiter is appearing. It means there is the involvement of 5 and 7 strongly.
Yes, sir.
Now, all the 3 commitments you club down.
Mm-hmm. Moon, Rahu, Mercury.
At the bottom of the... and similarly, all the 3 sub-lord, which are finally confirmation planet, note down the cuspal position where these planets are appearing.
Yes, sir.
It means there is in totality, Rahu is a Rahu, Rahu is a Mercury, Rahu is a Moon. There is the involvement of 5 and 7 very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
It is committing by the 7, 5 and 11 along with 2 and 6.
Yes, sir. And the 2 and 6 and the 2 and 6 says that no.
Right. You will write down here, na? When it has appeared. Now finally confirmation planet, they are total appearing in 5, 7 and 11 along with the detrimental little.
Yes, sir.
It means the detrimental houses are very less in comparison to the favorable houses. Correct?
So does it mean that she will
What do you say?
So does it mean that she will still have difficulty to get the marriage?
Not much, very little, because the detrimental houses are very less in number.
Okay.
Again, try to understand. Please listen carefully. I am studying Rahu again.
Mm-hmm.
Ascendant sub-lord is Rahu.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu is in moon star.
Mm-hmm.
Saturn sub and Saturn sub.
Mm-hmm.
Moon has appeared in the 5th house. It means it has involved the 5th house
Mm-hmm.
and committed to the 5 and 11 along with the 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is very clear.
Yes, sir.
Except Saturn is appearing in 5 and 11. It is the supporting house for the 5 and 11. 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now I am studying Rahu as the Mercury as the sub lord of ascendant.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is in Rahu star.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu is appearing in 5 and 7 very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is in Venus sub.
Mm-hmm.
Venus is appearing in 7 but also in 2 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
If Venus is not appearing in 7, then this marriage will be denied.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury will not give. But Venus is also appearing in 7. It means Venus is also appearing in 2 and 6, which will create hurdle for her.
Yes, sir.
At sub level, the result is plus minus so far.
Yes, sir.
So it will be finally confirmed by the Mars, which is the final confirmation planet.
Mm-hmm. And Mars is in 2, 12, and 9.
Sir, Mercury 2, 12 and 9. 2,
Yes.
see, for 7, 6 is not appearing. Primary cusp is not being negated.
Right.
8, 2 means it will create little hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
And 9th, it will enhance the signification of the 7th and the 5th house, which is involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, read Rahu as the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is in Jupiter star.
Yes, it is.
Sir, Jupiter is 5, 7, and 11 is very strongly appearing.
Right.
Because it is the resident of 5th house, it is the sub-lord of the 7th house.
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter is the sub-lord of the 11th. Means planet is always stronger at the resident level or at the sub level.
Right.
You know it very much.
Yes, sir.
Below that, planet is weaker in the sub-lord, then weaker in the star, and the most weakest in the sign lord.
Yes, Rashi Lord.
Correct. Now, moon is in Jupiter star. It is appearing in 5, 7, 11.
Yes, sir.
It is in the sub of Saturn.
Yes, sir. So Saturn is 5, 11, 12.
5, 11, and 12. Saturn
Yes,
is nowhere appearing in 6.
Yes,
You can
sir.
check.
Right.
Okay. Now, moon is finally in the sub of Rahu.
Yes, sir.
Rahu itself is appearing in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu oblique Mercury you have written. Oblique moon you have written.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you written like this only?
Yes, Rahu oblique Mercury oblique moon.
Okay. Rahu 5, Mercury 7, moon 5.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is nowhere appearing 6. Mercury is nowhere appearing in any 6. So there is no negation of the Mula Bhav, the primary cusp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in totality, you club all the 3 stars, you club all the involvement planets, commitment planets, and the final confirmation planet. So in totality, Rahu will give the result like this only.
Okay.
So what you will say, does Rahu in totality become the significator of the marriage giving houses or not?
Well, Rahu is 5, Mercury is 7, and moon is 5.
Sir, in totality, you tell me please, does Rahu become the significator of marriage or not?
Yes, sir.
But by the way of involvement, commitment, and final confirmation.
Most definitely, sir.
Pardon?
I was saying, I mean, based on this, then yes, most definitely.
Yes. It means Rahu is promising the marriage.
Marriage.
Even.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
We have studied the ascendant sub-lord in very much detail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the next house we have to discuss?
The next house that we have to discuss, and you're talking about the supporting house cusps?
7th house sub-lord.
Right, 7th house sub-lord.
We are studying the promise. We have studied the ascendant potential.
Right.
Now we will read the potential of the 7th house from the 7th sub-lord.
Yes, sir.
What is the 7th sub-lord?
7th sub-lord is Jupiter.
Kindly note down Jupiter. 7th sub-lord is Jupiter.
Okay.
Arrow.
Okay.
Kindly check. Jupiter is in the star of?
Jupiter is in the star of Mercury, the sub of... Okay.
Kindly write down Mercury dash Ketu.
Okay.
Ketu oblique.
K2 oblique Saturn.
Ketu oblique Jupiter.
K2 oblique Jupiter oblique Saturn.
Okay, correct. And Jupiter is finally in the subsub of.
Hold on, sir. I'm writing. Jupiter is finally in the subsub of Saturn.
Okay, write down Saturn here. Now you are studying the potential of the seventh house. The potential of seventh house will be read from the subsublord of seventh house.
Okay.
Seventh subsublord is Jupiter.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter does not have the PS.
No, it doesn't.
So it will offer the result through its star lord.
Right.
Stellar status.
Right.
Jupiter is in Mercury star.
Mm-hmm.
And you have already seen Mercury is appearing in the seventh cuspal position.
Yes, sir.
Kindly note down 7 below the Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
It means Jupiter has involved the seventh house.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jupiter is in the sub of Ketu.
Mm-hmm.
Check Ketu. Does it appear in 5, 7 or 11?
1, 5, 7, 11. Yes, sir. It's the sublord of the 11th.
Okay. Kindly note down 11 below the Ketu.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have seen that there is the involvement of the seventh house.
Yes, sir.
For seventh house, which are the detrimental houses? 2 and 6.
2 and 6.
Now you will check Ketu in second cuspal position and the sixth cuspal position.
Mm-hmm.
Kindly check.
K2 isn't in the second, and and K2 is in the sixth.
Okay, write down 6 along with 11th.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you read it now? See, Jupiter is in Mercury star. There is the involvement of seventh house,
Mm-hmm.
and it is being committed by the Ketu, which is appearing in the 11th
11th
house.
house. Yes, sir.
Means when there is the involvement of seventh and in committing 11th, it will give the marriage.
Yes, sir.
It will allow the event.
Yes,
But
sir.
Ketu is also appearing in the sixth, which is a detrimental, which is denying it.
Yes, sir.
Means involving 7 and committing to 11, this is the good yoga.
Yes, sir.
But involving 7 and committing to 6, this is a detrimental yoga.
Yes, sir.
Now, up to this, it is plus and minus.
Mm-hmm.
Neither it is denying, neither it is offering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well,
now Ketu has to offer the result of
Saturn.
Sir, Ketu has to offer the result of Jupiter first. Ketu oblique Jupiter you have written.
Yes, sir. We just spoke about Jupiter. Okay.
You have written Ketu oblique Jupiter.
Yes, sir.
Note down the position of Jupiter. You have already noted.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter is appearing in which cuspal positions?
Jupiter is appearing in the 5. Jupiter is appearing in the 5, 7, and 11. Yes, sir.
Okay. Write down 5, 7, and 11 below the Jupiter.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Now, what is the condition? Now, it has enhanced when there is the involvement of 7th house,
mm-hmm.
and there was a commitment with the 6 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Now, through Ketu has offered the result of Jupiter also.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jupiter is appearing in 5, 7, 11, and Jupiter is nowhere appearing in 2 and 6.
Right.
Means now it has become very solid and very favorable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ketu has to offer the result of Saturn also.
Mm-hmm.
And you have already checked Saturn is appearing in 5, 11, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
Write down 5, 11, and 12 below the Saturn.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, finally confirmed by the?
Finally confirmed by the Saturn.
Saturn. You have already noted down. Write down 5, 11, and 12 there.
Yes, sir. I have it 5, 11, and 12.
Okay. I will try to show you how it will be written.
Mm-hmm.
See, just I am studying Jupiter. This is the way you will write down. Jupiter is in Mercury star. Ketu sub. Ketu represents Jupiter. Ketu represents Saturn, and Jupiter is finally in the sub of Saturn. Saturn is 5, 11 and 12. 5, 11 and 12. Jupiter is 5, 7, 11. Ketu is 11 and 6, and Mercury is 7.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brian, I am trying to show you. Do you see it? You have to
Yes.
write down like this only.
Yes, sir. I see it.
Have you written like this only?
Yes, sir. I have it, and I just took a
Oh.
photo. I just took a photo of that, so I'm going to put it here.
This is the best way to write down.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Are you viewing it?
Yes, sir.
Are
I
you
see.
able? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the way only you will write.
Okay.
Now, you have studied the potential of the 7th house. What is your opinion about the 7th? Does it promise the marriage or not?
Well, my opinion about the 7th is that it does promise the marriage, but it promises it with now seeing this with even more difficulty because of the influence of the 6th house and the 12th house.
See, their appearance of 6 is only once. And Ketu, see, appearing in 6 at the star lord.
But Saturn gives the final confirmation, yes?
It is appearing in 5, 11 and 12.
Yes.
When there is the involvement of 7th house, kindly note down, when
Okay,
there is the, in this case, Jupiter has involved 7th house through Mercury.
Okay.
Because Jupiter is in Mercury star.
Okay.
Mercury is appearing in 7. And it is finally confirmed by the Saturn, which is appearing in 5, 11 and 12. Count down the positions of the 12th house from the 7th.
It's the 8th house.
It is the 6th house.
6th house, sorry.
6 is the neutral house. From the 7th.
Okay.
From 7th house, the position of 12th house is 6.
Okay.
We said 2, 6 and 10 are the neutral positions.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So it will not spoil the signification of the 7th house. It is just a neutral position.
Right.
And 5 and 11 are the supporting us for the 7th house.
Okay.
So see, you said Jupiter is in Mercury star. There is an involvement of 7th house.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter is in the sub of Ketu, which is appearing in 11th and 6th also.
Yes, sir.
See, Ketu is appearing in 6 as the star lord.
Yes, sir.
And Ketu has to offer the result of Jupiter.
Yes, sir. In 5, 7, and
Jupiter
11.
Jupiter is the 7th house sub lord.
Yes, sir.
So planet is stronger at the 7th house or the 6th house?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, planet is the stronger at the 7th house or the 6th house?
In the 7th house, because sub lord is the strongest category.
It means Jupiter is the very strong planet to offer her the marriage.
Yes, sir.
7th house sub lord Jupiter is very strong to offer her the marriage without any problem.
Yes, sir.
Because at final confirmation level, there is no negation at all. So Jupiter is the strongest planet to offer her the marriage.
Yes, sir.
So far we have studied ascendant sub lord and the 7th house sub lord. And we found that ascendant and 7th house sub lord are offering her the marriage. Now, what is the 3rd house we have to study?
We have to study the 11th house.
Correct. Now study the 11th sub lord. What is the sub lord of 11th house?
Ketu.
Kindly note down Ketu. Just you will study Ketu just like that you have studied the sub lord of ascendant as the Rahu. That's very simple and same.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, Ketu will offer the result of itself. Ketu, arrow. Saturn, Jupiter, Venus.
Yes, sir.
Saturn dash Jupiter dash Venus.
Yes, sir.
And you have already noted down the cuspal position where Saturn is appearing, 5 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
You will not write down 12 here because this is the involvement.
Yes.
And we have to consider only the relevant cuspal position of the marriage, 5, 7, and 11.
Yes, sir.
Now, Ketu has involved 5 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the sub of?
Ketu is in this. Ketu, I just came back to us. Ketu is in the sub of Saturn, of Jupiter. Sorry, sir.
Jupiter. And Jupiter you have already noted down. Just copy it from there, 5, 7, and 11.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter is nowhere appearing any of the relevant negative cuspal position.
Yes, sir.
Now, Ketu is in the sub of?
Venus.
Venus is appearing in 7 and 2 and 6 also.
Okay.
If 7 is not there, it will deny the event.
Right.
7 is there along with 2 and 6, it will hurdle the event.
Yes, sir.
But it is not denying.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Ketu
Right.
and Ketu you have studied?
Right.
Now,
Yes.
Ketu has to offer the result of?
Ketu has to offer the result of a sub-sublord. No. Sorry. Ketu has to offer the result of his Rashi Lord. It has to offer the Rashi Lord and the Star Lord.
Ketu has to offer the result of its star lord, sign lord, which is Jupiter.
Yes, sir.
Now, below Ketu, where you have written Ketu, below Ketu, leave a little space, give a space, write down Jupiter.
Okay.
Arrow.
Okay.
Go to the planetary position chart. Check Jupiter's
Jupiter
planetary signification.
is in Mercury,
Ketu, and Saturn.
Yes.
You have already studied Jupiter as the 7th house sublord. You need not to rewrite.
Right.
Correct? You have studied Jupiter as the 7th house sublord.
Yes, sir.
Now you are studying 11th house. Ketu, and Ketu represents Jupiter, and again you are studying Jupiter. So already you have studied Jupiter as the 7th house sublord.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
It means Ketu as Jupiter is a very strong planet to offer her the marriage without any hurdle problem.
Because Jupiter is strong in the 7th.
Yes. Now you have to study Ketu as the Saturn.
Yes, sir.
Write down Saturn. Below the Jupiter.
Yes, sir.
Saturn, arrow.
Saturn, Sun, Mercury.
Correct. Saturn, Sun, and Mercury. Saturn you have already studied. Saturn is appearing in 5 and 11. You can write 5 and 11 below the Saturn.
Okay.
Now you have not checked the Sun so far.
Right.
You will check the Sun position in 5, 7, and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Just check, does Sun appear in 5, 7, and 11?
No. Yes, it is the Rashi Lord of the 7th, and it's the Star Lord of the 11th.
Sir, Sun is the Star Lord of the 7th, not Rashi.
Sun is the Star Lord. Yes, sorry. Sun is the Star Lord of the 7th, and
it is the 7
Star
and
Lord.
11. Sun is appearing in 7 and 11.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm seeing Sun is also appearing in 2 and 6. Will you write it or not?
Yes, sir. Sun. I mean, 2 and 6. 2 and 6 are neutral.
You will not write because there is the involvement of the 5th house. It is not an involvement of the 7th house.
Right.
Correct?
And 2 and 6, the 2, 6, and 10 are neutral. Yes.
Neutral house.
Right.
Suppose when there is an involvement of the 5th house.
Right.
And commitment is with the 2 and 6 means these are the neutral house.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes,
so it
sir.
will not harm anyway.
Right.
Now, it is finally confirmed by the?
It's finally confirmed by the moon.
Mercury, sir.
We're looking at the sun, sir, no?
Sir, you are looking at the Ketu as the Saturn. You are studying Saturn.
Okay.
Saturn is in Saturn star Sun sub, and it is in the sub of?
Mercury.
Mercury, you have already seen it is appearing in only in 7.
Yes, sir.
So what do you say?
So
Ketu as a Saturn, does it become the significator of marriage?
Yes, it does, because the Mercury is strong. I mean, the Mercury is,
Okay.
yes.
And Ketu as the Ketu is giving, Ketu as the Jupiter is giving.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what do you mean? Does 11th house promise the event?
Yes, sir. Yes, I mean, yes, sir.
Very good. It means in this chart, the question asks when she will get married. And you, first you constructed the chart, then you read the
Genuineness.
genuineness. Third, you read the promise of ascendant, 7th and 11th house sub-sublord.
Yes, sir.
And you found that all the three relevant sub-sublord is becoming the significator of marriage with little of the problems.
Yes,
Otherwise
sir.
not.
Yes, sir.
It means this female will get married.
And you do all of this on the phone with the client, sir?
Pardon?
You did all of this delineation on the phone with the client?
Yes. She gave me the number. I assessed the horoscope.
Mm-hmm.
And next day I could construct the horoscope. And the next day she called me and I told him that
Okay.
whatever the prediction we'll talk later on.
Okay.
So in this case, ascendant 7th and 11th are promising. Now she will ask, yes, you said I will get married, but when?
When? Yes.
Now this is a part of timing.
And that's when we bring in the dasha and the bhukti.
I will see it. Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. Brian, in today's class, we discussed how to read the promise in very much detail.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
now
sir.
Your homework is to go through this chart and you read whatever we have studied up to this point.
Yes, sir.
You repeat it 2 or 3 times. Okay. You do it yourself.
Yes, sir.
And in case you find any difficulty, you have my recording, you go to the recording.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
In the next class, sir, we will start timing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. You will come on Friday now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will meet on Friday at 7 o'clock Indian Standard Time.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
So we will do the timing, how to time the event, when she will get married.
Yes, sir.
But before that, you must be conversant with this portion of the horary chart.
Yes, sir.
Kindly do it 2, 3, 4 times till you understand the concept of reading the potential.
Yes, sir.
This is your homework.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
I'm definite. Okay. Bye.
Have a good one, sir. Bye.
Bye.